to you, good sir.
Excellent, sir. Thank you.
All right, we are live.
Hi, Greg. Hi, Nick.
Hello, Nick.
Hi, James.
Hi, Arnold, get off me! Arnold, get off! Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna mute them for a second. So, hey there, beer tubers. Welcome back to Beer Analysis 101 with your host Maxwell Starr. It's gonna be a crazy night because we're having somebody here with a crazy birthday tomorrow.
A crazy birthday.
Behind the duck, we got Redbeard hiding.
What a crazy time!
So, Redbeard, what are we doing tonight?
Bring your own hazies. The hazier, the better.
And why are we doing hazies tonight?
Kind of in honor of tomorrow being my birthday.
Oh,
Yay!
nice.
Hooray! Closer to death.
Yay. Are you ready to slide even further down the hill? Over the hill?
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Sure.
How you doing tonight anyway?
I'm well.
You're here.
I am.
All right. Okay, what'd you bring with you tonight? What's your hazy of choice for yourself?
I brought the best beer, in my opinion, currently available in this city.
Ooh.
Double Ratclops by Bellwoods. Double IPA coming in at 8%.
Fancy.
Quite the hazy one. So
Is that from the LCBO?
it is.
Yeah, nice.
They've currently got this and
That's Shane on the show, yeah.
Green Velvet is their normal IPA that they have in there, which is also a hazy, but I went for the double.
All right. Cool beans. Let's move over to Lee. Hey, Lee. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing fantastic.
Nice.
I just got this dress today, Greg.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is.
You haven't seen it. You called it sexy.
No, I've seen the dress. I'm just saying it seems like it might be good if you're running a dungeon.
It hardly is.
Oh,
It's
Dungeons and
starters.
Dragons. I love that.
Dungeons and Dragons. There we go.
See, it does look like she's got a D20 on her shirt. On her, see that star there? Like, no, the other one that's like a pointed star. Not that one. The other side.
Wow.
The other two.
Next very.
That
Okay,
one right
yeah.
there. There you go. Kind of looks like a.
More like a
Could
double
be.
D20.
Wow.
Ooh. Oh.
I am
Oh.
up. Thank you very much, but I do appreciate the optimism.
Somebody rolled a 20 on that one. It'd suck up anyway. So, Lady Lee, what'd you bring tonight for a beer?
I actually panic bought because I was not having luck today. So I have Paradigm Shift, which is a triple dry hopped double IPA.
Ooh, that's from Rorschach, isn't it?
Yes.
Triple dry hop. Nice.
Yes. It was a panic pick, but that is what happened.
Was that downtown LCBO?
Yeah.
Was it that wasn't in the fridge probably though?
No.
I hope it's okay.
Me too.
Don't ruin your party there, Beard. All right. Thank you, Lady Lee. Let's move over to Mr. Lee.
The Manly.
How you doing tonight, Man Lee? How you doing tonight?
It's a night. I picked a couple. We don't usually have out of the fucking way double dry hop super double IPA thingies over here, but we do have plenty of everyone makes a fucking New England IPA these days, so let's do one.
I want someone to call a beer a super IPA. I think that'd be funny.
I think there is
super
one,
IPA.
actually.
I don't know.
Somewhere.
Sorry, go ahead.
Where was it?
So I brought two. Just figured why not.
All right.
So I brought from Tuscan Falls Brewery here in Nova Scotia. Their next phase hazy IPA at 6.4% alcohol by volume.
I like that.
I like those lettering. Yeah, it's cool.
And then from Serpent Brewing here in Nova Scotia as well. The Townie Overpass Syndrome New England IPA. So it's got a
interesting.
I don't know what Townie Overpass Syndrome refers to. I tried looking on their website and it didn't say anything. It doesn't say anything on the fucking can. I assume it just I assume it just means fucking people who live in small towns in Nova Scotia.
Can's got one of them gay rainbows on it. What?
Jesus.
It's where the overpass is where the drunks go to drink their drinks underneath the bridge.
That classic
It's actually, yeah. I wonder if that's like an actual representation of an overpass.
Well, I
somewhere.
mean, it looks like every fucking overpass here in Nova Scotia if you go along the 101.
I know. I mean, I wonder if there is one that actually has kind of. I wonder if those like concrete rainbow pillars or something. It almost looks like.
No,
It's kinda cool.
these aren't supposed to be like rainbow pillars. Like I assume they're supposed to actually represent certain, like if you go to certain places here in Nova Scotia around like Cape Breton and Newfoundland and places like that, especially like seaside towns, you'll see those like a lot of housing is very close together, and the houses are all very narrow and tall, and they're all like the same type. There's probably an official name for them that I don't know, but then they all come in like different colors.
I know
So-
exactly what I've seen those kind of houses that you're talking about, and
Yeah,
that makes sense.
I think that's what that's representing there. Like again, like they don't say anything on their fucking website. They don't say anything on the can. So I'm guessing at best.
Cool looking can. Both your cans are cool looking cans.
Yeah, I don't think I even know where like Serpent Brewing. I haven't heard of it.
They're in Spryfield somewhere.
What the hell's Spryfield?
Yeah, I don't know offhand where Spryfield
It's
is.
a suburb of Halifax.
Somewhere in there.
It's
That explains the towny thing.
It's the Quispamsis of Halifax.
Everything's
Okay.
or something.
Oh, it's
What-
south of Halifax, basically. So
What kind of serpent are they? Like, some mythical sea serpent or like a garter snake or something?
I'm assuming just snakes. They got the what's the name for it? Ouroboros or whatever, where it's the snake eating itself.
a Roboros.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So the symbol there.
You're
Have they made a basilisk themed beer?
They have not.
They should.
They should get on it, and also not explain what the significance is, like this one. So
Totally.
All right. Thank you, Lee. Let's go over to another face we have not seen on this channel for a while. Hi,
And
Jamie.
you still don't see it.
You'll still never see
You
his
still
face.
won't see it. You'll just see the cans of beer he's drinking tonight.
Actually, it's Jace Westcott.
Oh, hi, Jess Westcott. I thought you were just Joe.
oh fuck,
I thought
Chase
it was-
Westcott.
I thought it
Get
was-
him off this thing.
Fleshly Sexton.
So I went to a store and I bought 2 shitty blind man beers. Fucking stupid beer. Red beard and his birthday. But I'll do it just because it's his birthday. But I'll let him pick which one of these shitty hazy beers I'll drink right now.
Give that stone fruit one a try.
All right. It's all yours,
Yeah.
buddy. Or, well, mine. And I'll tell you in Ashley Sexton-like detail how good it is.
Oh, okay.
Next.
Nice.
That is an interesting glass.
Oh, you can do the pour. You can do the pour.
It's proper.
God, it's like I'm watching Strange Bruisings. Or basic beer reviews. This is
Oh,
what
Ashley
basic beer
Sexton.
reviews.
What
Oh, you're true Ashley Sexton.
That is not overly hazy. And yeah, that glass is fucking horrible.
Imagine if you were to shake up the can, like rotate the can for you.
Yeah, maybe. Although it doesn't. That
Swirl,
this
give it a
doesn't say.
swirl. Give it a swirl.
It doesn't say New England. It just says double IPAs.
Shut the fuck up.
Like give the rest of the shit in the can a swirl before you dump out the
It said
rest.
hazy. It said hazy at the start. 7.4 stone fruit. All right, I'll tell you.
Sure, it is. It probably just
Yeah,
says.
I think he just filled the can of malt liquor.
Yeah. That's what it is. It's really a Labatt 50.
Fucking 10 out of 10. Delicious.
All right. Thank you, Jamie. Let's go over to Mr. Greg and Mr. Scott.
Hey guys.
Together
Hey.
again.
We're full house here
Together
tonight in
again.
Etobicoke.
Together again. We're this is
again.
Mississauga.
Sagwa.
We've had some delicious chicken wings and the fuck is Arnold chewing? Arnold is being a shit disturber. Yes. So guess first, Mr. Scott.
Good day.
Hey, Scott.
Hi. I didn't bring anything hazy. I let Greg pick a few selections that I will try. Today I'm going to do Cowboy Hazy Days Juicy IPA.
Cowbell.
Ooh.
Yeah, more cowbell. I'm all about more cowbell. Hazy Days is Juicy Tropical Fruit Punch. So
I want to visit their brewery.
Oh.
Actually, they've got a really nice looking brewery.
They do.
cowbell. Where is
Yeah.
cowbell live? Canada's
Bala?
Destination Craft Brewing.
There we go. I don't know. Don't they say where they're freaking from?
They're close to Bala.
I can't think of
Blythe,
exactly
Ontario.
where. Yeah,
Where's
Ontario.
Blythe, Ontario?
What the Baja?
Uh,
That's in Mexico.
We're doing either one. Of these.
Bala.
But is it
Oh, okay.
BLYTH?
yeah, Blythe.
Blythe, Ontario.
Like, and yeah, their brewery. Like, if you go to the website, it looks gorgeous.
They
Um,
have a pairing suggestion. You should pair it with pad thai, tacos, pizza, or soft cheese.
Ooh, I have none of those things,
Ooh.
but
I went.
You don't just have some pad thai kicking around? What the hell?
no, I might have some. I could probably like if anything, I have hard cheese I can make soft in the microwave.
Wow, hold on. You don't want to.
I went to the
Wanna get
brewery
too
when I
soft
went to
before
a
too
wedding.
early.
Cowbell?
Yeah.
So
Nice.
that's my selection. Greg.
I'm not even 100% sure that this is a hazy IPA, but I guess we're going to find out in a second. This is Hopster's Cryo IPA. This is by Bench Brewing. This is
Dan's favorite brewery.
Dan would do nothing but drink their beer if he could. And yeah, this is a new one. I haven't seen this from them. It's their Cryo IPA. I don't know what a Cryo IPA is, but I think Ashley Sexton could tell us. Ashley? Okay, I got to figure out what the fuck Arnold's chewing on.
I think it's funny that Ablino Reno is full on with us here tonight. That's where he is.
What?
He's reporting from
comment.
Verna,
Oh, he's in the chat.
No, he just spoke right there.
What?
The Ablino Reno.
No, I thought we had loot bag
It
Jerry.
was Jimmy C, the other Jamie.
I think we're all confusing fake names right now.
All right.
Your
All right,
fake name.
so let's put me up here because nobody cares to see it. Talk to me after talking to all those cool people.
Oh, shut up. What's your
I'm-
dog?
Shut up,
All
nerd.
right, nerd.
Aw, me.
I'm gonna do something hazy, part because it seemed to be a hazy that I already had in my fridge, but I'm gonna do Trailways Hop for Teacher Fruited Pale Ale, which is pretty hazy when I pour it out, so you'll see.
I had that last weekend.
You did. You had it at our 25th high school reunion party that we
We
did.
did. It was great.
Pale
I
ale.
remember.
See, Ablino Reno's in the chat.
Yeah, let's see if this fucker's hazy or not.
So these all should be low ABV. It is what it is.
So you can't be in the chat and in here at the same time.
No,
There you
that's
go.
impossible. Impossible.
Is that
All right,
hazy?
so-
Is that hazy enough, or do I need to throw it out?
Jimmy C's
No,
in the
it's all
chat
right.
saying cheers. And of course, everybody's already been talking this comment. Where's the Albino Reno tonight? Yeah, we just answered that. It is what it is. Say so.
Dang, I've loved that guy since high school.
And Beers for Days is in the chat saying cheers. Cheers, buddy. All right, let's circle back around and go to the Beerdo, and we'll start to take a asking him the beer you brought. What's your history with it?
It appeared in the LCBO. I want to say it's like their summer kind of release. Bellwoods usually has like a couple beers go in the LCB. They rotate their seasonal LCBO beers, I want to say 3 times a year. So like first third of the year, then this is like the middle of the year, and then they'll change it when fall comes ish, I want to say. So I've had at least probably minimum 30 of these probably since it was released in the LCBO. It's so delicious, and I get off work at like 2:30 in the morning. I can have 2 of those. Gives me a nice good pass out. You know what I mean? It's and they're delicious. It's a really good beer. $5.50 a can. It's expensive,
Jesus.
but again, it's an 8% double IPA, so it's not crazy expensive. But like I have a bottle of Jelly King, their newest version of that. I can't think of even what it is, but that's $7 for a bottle. It's only 500 mil, so it's not even much more than you're getting in here. And it's only
but bottles are always ripoffs.
and it's only like 6 or 6.5, I want to say percent, maybe 7. Bellwoods is pretty good at making a lot of their like IPAs and stuff like 7%. So you get kind of good value for your money kind of thing. Again, that's why Haze Mama by Great Lakes is one of my go-to beers. 7% hazy IPA that's under $4. It's good shit.
All right.
So there you go.
All right. Thank you, Beard. Let's go over to Lee. Lee, what's your history?
So I don't have a history, so I'm just going to go to why I picked this instead, because it is a Redbeard event. So I had no idea what the fuck I was looking for. As much as I drink beers with you guys, I have no idea the difference with most of these. So I went into 2 LCBOs today, and I honestly thought I could just find something that said hazy or something that says dry hopped, and I'd just like pick that up to make it easy on myself. But it wasn't that easy because nothing said that on it. And this was like the first can I saw at the second LCBO I went to. And someone had mentioned like the driest of dry, and if it's a double IPA bonus. Well, I found a triple dry hop double IPA. So I literally hit all 2 categories and panic bought this because I had no idea what the fuck I was looking for, and was like, cool, it says exactly what I need. I'm buying it. So
No, you done good.
So
Not
that
a-
is
it's
it.
like
I
a
looked for
fruity pale ale.
I like in desperation looked for exactly what Carrie described on the can, and it is. I am part worried about this because it is with lactose sugar.
It is what it is.
And it has been on the shelf for a little bit.
What is the date on it?
April 9th, 2023.
Yeah. Fingers.
So, I'm hoping like most of their stock is cool, and then they just bring it on the shelf because they're assholes at that LCBO, because I don't know why they don't get the.
No,
I don't know how come they have so much fucking domestic in the goddamn fridge.
Their back area is not kept cold. They need what the other 2 LCBOs in town have, that walk-in. Like they have so much wasted, like just extra space in that back. I've been back there. They've got the room for it. And yeah, you're not wrong. Like they put the Laker ice and stuff, the stuff that could sit in this middle of the desert for 10 years and it would still be fine. But no, we got to keep that cold for the drunks and degenerates and want to drink that
drink
garbage.
on the drive home. You got to have your fucking Bush, whatever.
Yeah.
And the front seat of your car. So, like, before you get
who's drinking whose Bush?
Yeah.
Wow.
Greg.
Whoa.
Fucking host isn't even paying attention. Jesus Christ.
Sometimes to get wet.
But it is hazy. That's all that matters. It's hazy, it's dry, and it's very alcohol. Well, it's 8.5. It's alcoholic.
8.5. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, how much was that actually, if I'm asking?
I don't fucking know. Like I said, I panic bought it.
I'm just wondering. There's a lot of breweries that put this stuff in the smaller cans. Left Field is notorious for it. They're rip-off artists. All their beers are so expensive.
They have like a bunch of them in the corner. Like it's the first beers you see at the LCBO on Worthington.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's all I can tell you. I didn't check the price. I panicked. I bought this one. It said what I needed. I followed the instructions.
Well, one of we had a comment up for review. I allowed it.
Okay.
It says what up, bitches.
No, it's Marcin. Hey, Marcin. Cheers, dude.
Oh, okay. You got the
Marcin.
Hey, Nick, can he still join the show? He's got the beer.
We've only got room for 6 people on the chat.
Oh,
I mean, if he wants, he can join the StreamYard link, but we'd have to cycle him in and out.
No, the choice to say who is that? Is that your brother-in-law?
That's my brother-in-law. Yeah. He wants to tribute Redbeard.
I met him the one time, I want to say. So yeah, and he's drinking some Goose Island.
He's got a few hazies. He's a big fan of hazies, like Carrie is.
All right. Anyway, let's keep moving. Thank you, Lady Lee, Mr. Lee.
So unlike Lady Lee, I didn't panic buy and ruin Redbeard's birthday. So
she panic bought, but she bought exactly the thing that I described. So
I don't think you described an old stale beer.
I will give you that. I didn't say fresh.
Stale, hazy, triple IPA.
I didn't specifically say fresh. So
he said dry and alcoholic, like the driest of whatever, hazy, driest. That's alcoholic. Like,
yeah.
I you know what? To be honest, that is on me. I kind of assumed if you're drinking a double dry hopped any kind of IPA, you want it to be as fresh as possible. But
I'm just assuming that Redbeard's in a good mood because it's near his birthday and he wants to be more giving and generous and celebrate a little bit more. So, we'll give it a couple days. We'll reflect on it and we'll see how much Lady Lee actually failed him.
that works. That works.
I
Yeah.
am a woman, so I do fail a lot.
Well, I mean, you do the best you can with what God gave you.
Yeah. And anyway, my beers. So this Tuscan Falls one, I've noticed this on the shelf now for a little while. It's been out. Like the Tuscan Falls have been doing their beer project. Yeah. So they've had to have a couple different beers in this thing that's going on. I think it's a weird name for it. It's like beer project. Yeah, no shit. You're supposed to be making beer in the first place. Well, why all of a sudden it's a beer project? I don't get it. But yeah, so I haven't had an excuse to pick this up because I notoriously don't like hazies and stuff like that. So I've just been avoiding it. But hey, I guess we're celebrating Carrie's birthday, so I guess I'll pick it up.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, and this one is new, so I picked it up. It had an overpass on it. It had some Nova Scotian-y houses on it. It had a serpent eating its tail, and it's a New England IPA, so it's like it fits the bill enough. That's my history with these.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Lee. Let's move over to Hazy Jamie. How's that stone fruit? Or what? Okay. Well, what's your history with the Blind Man, Eddie?
So yeah, Blind Man. I'm in Alberta, and they have like pretty much every like corner liquor store has various collections of hazies amongst all the your Bush and all that other stuff. You can get.
What is that other can you got there now?
So this one here, I bought a 4-pack. I've had some of this before. It's May Long double IPA.
Oh, okay.
So apparently this is kind of a series, and it's like this one is a little more of a hazy.
Would you say it's a kind of a beer project that they got going on?
I think so. I haven't actually deciphered yet if it's.
Have you poured the rest of that stone fruit one into that glass yet?
There we go. Let's see.
No, it's
no,
still.
And it's my fault. Nowhere on the can does it say hazy. It actually did say it at the store, like on the little tag, but I didn't read the can. So
what are you, Lady Lee now?
My bad.
Yeah. You know what though? Like when we get to the end of it, if it's delicious,
yeah,
it's just you're not going to win probably. My vote, but
he's got the good attitude. But so I've had a few of these. I've had and I'm just looking through on tap, just looking at all the different pictures and stuff like that. And there's a few that I've had before. Obviously, that May Long.
I'm just wondering now what beers by that brewery. I'm pretty sure everything I've had by them was some kind of a barrel aged.
It's probably not going to come through, but that's an Icarus Stout that they make, and that's the only stout I've seen. Everything else from them is either a pale ale or an IPA. And
I had a 14.5% barley wine that was it was the tiny can. You know what I mean? Like that, the little tiny can.
Was that these guys?
Yeah, and then I also had a barrel aged imperial stout by them.
I'll have to look that up. I might have had that one. Either that or I just remember your picture of it.
That size of the can, that's just the dumbest can size in the history of the world.
Yeah.
I want to say 3 drinks, like basically, and it's gone. It's so small. Yeah. Sure, it's a super high ABV beer, but like, come on, it was just dumb.
So, anyways, I've had a few of their beers, and they're pretty good. They have one called Long Shadows IPA, which is a nice West Coasty IPA. So I
didn't even know they made like IPAs, and now that I'm learning they make a bunch of IPAs. Yeah,
quite a bit.
For some reason, I thought they were more of a stout and barrel aged kind of brewery, but I guess not. That's cool, man.
Cheers,
dude.
Cheers. All right, thank you, Jamie. Let's move over to the
the Hazy boys. Good old Scottsicle. Tell us about your history with this beer.
Well, I went right over there and picked it off the top of your fridge.
There you go. That's his history.
My history.
It's a very illustrious, extensive history.
So my history is I haven't had this beer before, but I happened to be driving by Bench Brewing yesterday. And I thought, well, you know what? Let's see if they have any interesting beers. And this is something I haven't tried. So I wasn't even sure it was a hazy, and I'm not totally convinced that it is. Whatever. It seemed like something Redbeard would want to try anyway. And also on top of that, Dan hates Bench. And, I figured Carrie would like something that Dan hates. So there we go. Happy birthday, Redbeard.
Happy birthday, Redbeard.
Oh, and the Redbeard's left.
Redbeard, it's your birthday.
Not even listening.
Redbeard just left. All he's left behind is a moire pattern on his couch.
Well, there we go. That's all we got. So
You guys look like a cop buddy movie that didn't do very well at the box office.
yeah, we're like the Lethal Weapon that didn't work because
Greg,
Bad cop.
I appreciate
What's
all
that?
the things you did for me today.
What's that? Bad cop, Bond cop.
That'd be like it'd be some like 70s cop movie like Q-Tip and Boggs or something like that.
Bone Cop.
Yeah.
Q-Tip and the Fuzz.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh.
There you go. There you go.
I do look
There was
like
like a buddy cop.
stick in his
Sorry.
ear.
There was a buddy cop show that ran for only like one season called The Good Guys.
Yeah.
It had-
It's a Canadian. This is a Canadian cop series. It's called Drunk Cop, Drunk Cop.
You're not wrong.
I mean, I wouldn't pull anybody over right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so
If she was hot, you might.
all right, so
I wouldn't pull her out. I wouldn't pull her over. I'd pull it out.
It's the shenanigans. That's why we watch.
you pull out.
It's the beer patrol.
The Beer Patrol.
Okay, so I'm gonna cycle the Hazy boys over here out of the chat for a second to let Marcin in. Hey, Marcin, how you doing tonight?
What's up, ladies and lady?
Ladies, an actual lady.
I'm sorry, I'm a female. I ruined it.
Oh. How you doing tonight?
Doing great. How you doing, guys?
Not bad, not bad.
Okay,
What are you drinking?
complain?
Oh, like I
What's your beer
said,
tonight?
I just literally went to the gas station, picked this up. Goose Island Beer Company, Hazy Beer Hug. It's got a bear on it with some sunglasses on it.
So I say
Here's a good
instead
sight.
of a bear hug, it's a beer hug.
Yeah, and it is a get out of here, you rascal, kids. It's a Goose Island, so you can't go wrong. I mean, it's it's a
Goose Island beer.
You can't go wrong with Goose Island. I
don't think you can. They got good stuff. So
okay. I haven't had anything I've enjoyed by them in
no,
quite some time. No, their English Pale Ale is not bad, but whatever their IPA is, like not that one, but the one that generally I'd find in the LCBO or whatever, it's.
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
No.
I've never had a bad one. Just say so. But yeah,
No,
Well,
you know what? That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you. That's fantastic.
Well, now that we know Carrie's history with Goose Island, we're going to listen to Marcin's here.
yeah. My history is not that extent either. This one's 6.8. I never had this before. I just picked it up in the gas station. So
I've never had any of the Bourbon County stuff, so keep that.
Well,
in mind
there
as
you go.
Like, I'm talking IPAs. You know what I mean? I'm talking like stuff that's available in the LCBO.
Bourbon
And
County.
again, whatever their pale ale is, I've had that a few times, and that's not too bad. But their IPA, that's
But
just
Just like
yeah. If we're
That's all
talking
the
about the
shit they have
Bourbon County
contracted with
stuff,
here.
yeah, the Bourbon County stuff, that's totally different, animal, I guess. I mean,
Yeah.
that's good stuff there. So maybe I should have rephrased my, thing. So,
no worries.
but yeah, so that's what I chose for tonight. That's, I got more
Let's
after
see
that.
it.
so.
Let's see it. It seemed pretty hazy. Eh? It's not bad.
Oh, it's
yeah.
I know my light situation kind of sucks, but yeah, it's definitely more hazier than the other beer we just had before.
Yeah. Some Jace Westcott guy out down there. Something.
Yeah, it's hazier than a stone fruit from Edmonton.
Yeah, it's very tasty too. For bright sunny haze. I mean, that's all. That's what the beer can says. But yeah, it's good stuff.
Nice.
Born in Chicago, 1988, whatever that means.
All right.
I'm assuming that's when the
Thanks.
brewery began.
I'm
Probably?
assuming yes.
Yeah, they're in Chicago.
All right.
right?
Thanks,
Yeah.
Marcin.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to keep moving here. Who wants to read the comments? And most of them are actually Marcin's comments. I wish
Hazy's-
let non-paying subscribers to have 7 people or more, just because
It would be nice. I want to say, like, that's one question there. Hazy's big in Canada, is in the States. Yeah, yes and no. Like, again, just in the States and like the more populated centers, it's going to be more popular probably. But way out in the boonies, people are like, I don't want that. I want my Coors or my Bud or whatever kind of garbage beer.
Yeah, because I know Hazy was like in Detroit area when I used to live up there. That was a big thing. That I went to Greg's in Canada, and he says, it just kind of started to come in. That was a few years back. So
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you guys.
Won't hear you.
No, they can hear us now because we're back. We cycled us
here.
back in. No, he's right. Like basically, there was a couple places doing hazy, and frankly, not very good hazies. Suddenly, I go to Michigan, it's like, oh shit! I can understand why people actually like hazies because there's actually good hazies in Michigan.
Yeah, Canada always seems to be like a year or two behind the U.S. when it comes to like beer fads. So it's like hazies get big in the U.S. and then like a year and a half later or something like that, all of a sudden you see them everywhere in Canada. So
Yay.
Works for me.
yay!
That's what it is. I mean, I wasn't online, but the Goose Island thing. There's a lot more Goose Island selection. I don't mind Goose Island IPA personally. It's not my favorite, but I don't mind it. But there's a lot more Goose Island products in the U.S. than there are in Canada. So I mean, it's kind of a different ball game.
Yeah,
as with a lot of things.
You're a different ball game.
Right.
Yeah, Mr. Greg there, he's totally, he will buy anything that's, whatever money, he doesn't even care what it costs, really.
That's just me. I don't care what it costs. Until after I see my
unless he can return it. He doesn't care what it costs as long as he can return it. If there's a good return policy.
That is true. Hey, Greg, how many pillows you got now?
Like 10.
Yeah.
And I can return about 6 of them right now still. So stay tuned.
17 that I can count
No, he's talking about bed pillows. But yeah.
No.
I thought he was talking about his shoes returning and shit.
I've got shoes behind me. Listen, I don't do any hobby half-ass. That's my problem. So
when are you gonna start returning some bikes, there, Greg?
I can't return any of my bikes. I got to keep them and just enjoy them.
I like how Nick just disappeared.
Yeah,
I said my comment. Fuck you, mic drop, bitch.
But I only have one car, so I'm being sensible.
Well, what? Yeah. Do you want to tell them what kind of car you have?
Nobody needs to know that.
Yeah. Well, then shut up.
All right, who's gonna read the comments?
Is it basically the base model though?
All right,
the base model.
Yeah, but it could be crazier. I'm just saying.
We have Jimmy C saying cheers. Where's the Ablino Reno tonight? Dang, I've loved that guy since high school. And Mr. Russell says, LOL.
Are we just rereading all the comments?
Ablino Reno, it is what it is.
I don't think we read them.
Ablino Reno, Saison should be low ABV.
These have all been read. Sorry.
Beers for days, cheers. Marcin, who is now in the chat, says, what's up, bitches?
Yeah.
I'm having a Goose Island Hazy Beer Hug, 6.8.
There we go.
I enjoy hugs.
Who said enjoy hugs?
I had nothing with that. I tried. No worries. Is hazy big in Canada as it is in the USA? I don't fucking know.
Nowadays, I think it is, but
it got big here.
I just mansplained it to you. Don't you remember?
The only comments that haven't been read are the last 3.
I wasn't lazy.
Well, now 4. Sorry.
Van Hazy beer.
Van Hazy's. That was awesome.
Doesn't look too hazy at all.
That's our good friend Jamie, who doesn't play by the rules.
His name is Jace. James Alblino.
Inept Department Precinct from Mr. Vincent Fournier.
I don't know what he means by that, but I don't know.
I think he was talking about the names for the cop show or something. I think.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, that would work.
Yeah, that would be me and Scott. So fair enough. Yeah.
Hey, I'm not inept.
Nah, well, you hired me, so you're inept.
Only if Radar gets to be the overly stressed police chief who goes, God damn it! I told you not to break the rules.
Mahoney.
We make our own rules, Chief.
Justin Tinker says base model that would do dirty things for.
Yeah. As far as base models, yeah. Again, like it's still going to be like I imagine. As far as creature comforts go, like in the other models, is it probably it's more power?
Okay, well,
what else do we have?
I don't want to turn this into a show about cars, but it is the base engine. It is not the base model. I have the mid-range model, but we can go over that later. It's not important.
Okay,
Ablino Reno
talk
says,
about a car for 2 seconds.
Hi, Ablino Reno.
Again, it is a pretty goddamn cool car. Like I myself, I have a new car. I'm pretty happy.
So now that the comments are being read,
well, you know. Okay, Carrie, since it's your birthday, tell us about your new car. You have 30 seconds.
I got a 2019 Camry SE, and I love it. It's so comfy and just so nice to drive, and
7.
I'm very happy.
Boring.
Thank you.
There you go. You got leather seats in it?
So I think
do.
Nick is going to get back into control here because we're going to go to reviewing our beers before we finish these beers. I think it's.
I liked hearing about Redbeard's car.
All right.
Thanks, Jamie. Thanks, Jace.
Apologies to Marissa and popping them back out so I can retake control of my show here. Thank you for all the comments. Of course, cool on the new car there, Redbeard. Let's cycle back around, starting with Redbeard again. And see what his final thoughts are in his beer are.
Oh, this Green Velvet IPA is pretty tasty.
The other beer you did.
Oh, the other one
was good too.
Yeah, they both look very similar. Yeah, double rat claw. I haven't had. There's single rat clops, and they also make triple rat clops. I have only had double, and as far as double hazy, juicy IPAs go. 9.5s across the board. It's not perfect, but it's absolutely fantastic. It could be just a bit more juice, I guess, flavor going on, but yeah, it's delicious, and I'm interested to see what they're going to replace it with when it gets delisted at the LCBO kind of thing. So, and Green Velvet, because I'm drinking that now. Also, again, this one I guess would be 9s across the board.
9.
It's just just really, really good hazy IPA.
Right.
Juicy with a bit of a creamy mouthfeel, Yeah,
like that ass.
Yeah, that's a Jamie gift right there, if I ever saw.
Yeah.
If only Jamie was watching the show.
I like juicy.
He's got some good tongue action. He's gonna make a lady very happy one day in the Zamboni.
All right, Lady Lee, take your turn to follow that up.
Not on the Zamboni.
Yeah.
In the Zamboni.
While doing laps around the rink, just yeah, it was good times.
The auger turn.
Well, you know what?
Auger turns.
Oh, that sounds like a good name for a soap opera. As the auger turns, like some kind of soap opera that's around like arena workers or something.
Stop over talking to Lady. Okay, Lady, your turn.
Sorry, as the auger turns, that's hilarious.
Well, first of all, I don't need to show off my skills. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna end at that. This beer, delicious. So I was a little worried. Well, 1, because it was on the shelf for a while, and 2, it has lactose in it. So those were two things that were like, oh no, this is gonna be terrible. This might taste awful. No, it tastes fucking delicious. It's very juicy. It is very nice. It has like a nice smooth mouthfeel to it, which I very much enjoy. So it makes the beer drinking experience very pleasurable. So it is it not only like tastes good, it feels good. Like it's just kind of weird to explain it, but that's just kind of how I'm gonna explain it.
Someone goes down.
So they said it has notes of mango, tangerine with pineapple, tropical fruit, and a hint of pine. I don't notice all those flavors, but I notice like a tropicalness of it and a citriness and that like pine-ish taste to it. So it's pretty on point for what it's trying to describe. Like if I really was one of those Nick type palettes, I think I could pick out all of them. I am not. When they're all blended together, I'm just like
he makes most of it up anyway.
Shut up, Greg.
So it does have a nice like that citrusy taste to it. It has a little bit of tropical taste to it, and it also has like that little bit of pine taste at the end, like just to finish you off. But the biggest thing about this, I was worried because it is triple dry hopped and it's a double IPA, so it's all these things that you would expect, like a really harsh like that hoppy burn, like that hoppy aftertaste that like kind of tends to ruin some of them for me. This one does not have that. It just has this really nice taste afterwards. So you just finish with that little bit of pininess that's not like overly aggressive. So it just finishes. It does like a perfect landing. It just knows how to land this. So you have like a good initial taste. It feels good when it goes down, and then it finishes off well as well.
I just love how you said that it finishes you off.
I was mostly describing what most women want when they needed someone.
It finished. That was great.
So Lady Lee does it
actually, I'm super happy that it's good. I think I might go grab a can tomorrow and try one.
I'm enjoying it.
Lady Lee, does it give you a happy ending?
A very happy ending.
Well,
Nice.
then that's
Sweet.
there we go.
All right. So did I miss Lady Lee's ratings on this? Or?
No.
No, you have not. I don't
all right.
fake my smiles. Just say it. I'm just
What are
gonna
your
say
flavor
that.
notes?
Yeah. So for I don't even know. You know what the problem is when we're doing style with a lot of these beers? They're such one-offs. Like we're like, oh, what are we gonna do this? How are we gonna explain this? Like this is a triple dry hop double IPA. I guess that's what I'm gonna do it as. I don't fucking know. They did it right. They did it good. So I think other people should aim for this. I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it 9s across the board.
Nice.
It's solid taste. It, like I said, it's an experience from beginning to end. I think it's very enjoyable. I don't know. It's fantastic. I like it. And it's high ABV, which you can't barely tell. Like it disguises the alcohol well. And it tastes good. I do have to say, I do think it might be a little bit too sweet for Greg, though.
Everything's too sweet for Greg.
I can taste the sweetness to it, and I don't think he'll like it.
Greg is definitely more bitter than sweet. Palate and personality.
He's a bitter fucking
That's why I like certain lady body parts that are always a little bitter tasting.
Vagina?
Yeah, that's what I was
bitter
gonna say.
vagina.
I didn't want to say it on Nick's show. He'd get upset, but you said it. Thank you.
Now we got demonetized. Thanks, Lady Lee.
Yeah, well, yeah, you ain't allowed to talk about lady body. Oh, wait, hold on. Can we make this educational? Like, okay, Lady Lee is educating us on female body parts. There we go. Nick, you got your money back.
The lady
What?
said it, so it's okay.
All righty. All right. So thank you, Lady Lee. Let's move over to Mr. Lee.
Okay, so the Tuscan Falls next phase. That's what it looks like, by the way.
Nick's face.
Nice.
So it's got Citra, New Zealand Phantasm, and
Fancy.
Riwaka is the name of the hops. I don't know where it's from, but
It's Phantasm in New Zealand? I thought Phantasm was just I didn't know it was a New Zealand thing. But If it has Phantasm in it and they did it right, then that should be a damn tasty beer.
I assume it's just like maybe a New Zealand strain. If it's
it's Phantasm is some kind of extract type thing that they did. I've had a couple of Phantasm beers, and yeah, like it's some kind of super unique, pretty new process they do with the hops to like really concentrate that shit or something. I can't remember exactly.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, go ahead. I'm going to look it up right now.
Okay, so it makes this beer pretty interesting. So, like, it's from what I understand, it's supposed to give like a kind of a passion fruit kind of note that's a little bit more unique. And I don't necessarily get 100% passion fruit in this, but the combination of the flavors in this one don't come off as your usual like hazy New England thing. It is tropical, but it's not on the side of like pineapple and stuff like that, which I generally don't like at all. It comes off much more like citrusy and maybe a little bit of like sort of like grapefruit, kind of orange. Thinking like the pith between the fucking skin and the flesh of the orange. Almost comes off like orange juice that's been like super unsweetened, like almost like they've made it even more bitter than just like natural orange juice or whatever. Either way, it comes off really well, and it's still like it has that kind of clean, kind of super non-bitter finish that this style tends to have. So for the Tuscan Falls one, style wise, I give it a 9, and for my own personal preference, I'd give it like a 7, which is pretty high for me for this sort of style.
Yeah, you're not a huge hazy guy.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Phantasm is from New Zealand.
Okay.
But it's actually a powder made from Marlborough Sauvignon Blanc grapes.
Okay.
They're incredibly rich in thiol precursors, which, when added correctly to a fermenting beer, can unlock rich, strong tropical fruit aromas.
Okay.
Again, I like Bellwood's made. I've had, I want to say, at least 2 Phantasm beers by them, and it was like yeah. Again, when you do it right, because I had a beer by Mill Street that had Phantasm, and it was fucking gross.
And Sam Smalley in the chat's, backing all that up, saying that they're both New Zealand hops. So.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know the one from Bellwoods. I guess it only just said Phantasm. They didn't say anything about the origins of it. So when you said New Zealand, I was just like, oh, I've learned something today. Cool.
So going to the Townie Overpass, it's got I got it listed here. It's got Amarillo, Mosaic, and Simcoe in it.
Nice.
So definitely some hops that I generally like if they're not employed in a New England style thing. But they work here pretty well. The Simcoe gives it that sort of dank pine thing, right? So there's a note of that in this. The tropical flavors themselves. This is more traditional New England IPA. Like it's very much like basic bitch New England IPA is the way I put it, right? Like it's, hey, we got a brewery, we got to make a New England IPA, so we'll make the most kind of like basic one that you can possibly think of, and here it is. And yes, it tastes like every other one basically, except for the Simcoe in this stuff definitely gives it a little bit of almost an off note. It doesn't quite work for me as well. So, like, style-wise, I'd probably, sit this at, like, probably people who like this style would probably like it a lot more than me. I'll sit it at, like, an 8, just to be fair. My own personal preference, I'd probably sit at, like, 6.5 or something like that for the Townie Overpass. So, this one, not as impressive. And it looks basically just like the other beer I had here. So, they're pretty much exactly the same in color or whatever.
Yeah, nice.
So... But yeah.
All right.
That's it.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Lee. Let's roll over to Jason Westcott.
I know.
Hey, Greg.
So The Stone Fruit Double IPA. It's I don't know. Obviously, it didn't come out hazy, and my fault. Didn't say it on the can though, so it's not their fault. I'd say it's almost kind of it's almost like a mix where it starts off East Coast, ends off West Coast, and I much prefer the finish on the beer. Just your initial the smell and taste. It's kind of one note, like kind of like that peachy. I don't know, like it's just kind of a very thin melange stone fruit, very flat, almost like a flat pop. But juicy. Like it tastes good. It's very nice and juicy. But for me, it's just at the end that the aftertaste, you get a bit of that burn, a little bit of a nice. There's more flavor to the aftertaste than the beer, but they're going for they call it like a weekender. It is a double IPA, but it's super crushable. Obviously, you wouldn't want to crush a whole bunch of them. You'd be, as Greg says, fall down, poop your pants, whatever his line is when he talks about beers like that. This is definitely one of those. You could crush that beer. You could down it really quickly. But yeah, for me, it's just the finish of the beer is the best part of it. So that doesn't really speak a whole lot to it. For the style, I'd give it a 7. Personal enjoyment, 6.75. It's close to like a pretty good beer, but it's not good enough that I don't think I'd ever buy it again.
It really has a cool label though. Like look at that parrot, the parrot looking thing, just crushing those juicy things with his talons. Looks like that's a really cool label.
So this one, obviously, I haven't tried yet. I only bought like 1 can of each. So we'll see. Maybe I'll pop this one open. But I had this one before, the Maylong. This was fantastic.
Wait, you're done. You're done. The other one now, basically. Take that last drink and crack that other one open.
we'll see.
Come on.
I'm just gonna.
No, birthday boy's request. Do it.
Come on.
Yeah.
Drink all the alcohol.
There you go.
Exactly. I'm already Coovy in mine.
Yeah.
So, it's still incredibly early where you are, so you could easily have one more beer. Like, come on.
Yeah, it's like what 9 in the morning where you are right now. Shut the fuck up and drink.
9 in the morning. Oh, that was funny. That was well played.
So yeah, definitely I'd buy this one. This one I wouldn't buy again. It's good, but this one we'll see. Fuck you, Redbeard.
Yeah.
All right.
Also not going to be a hazy. It doesn't say that it is.
All right.
That's a good pour right there.
That's not very hazy either.
Nice
Wow,
pour,
look at the head. Oh, it's slowed down, but it was just going fucking right up there for a second. That was pretty cool.
I Jake Terrio the pour on.
Yeah, you sure you moved to Alberta or did you move to fucking Louisiana? What the fuck's going on right now?
Yeah, that's not looking hazy at all.
Y'all come back now. You hear?
All right. So thanks, Eric Gilbert. Let's go over to the Hazy Boys.
The Hazy Boys are here. What's up, motherfuckers?
I don't know. What you think about your beers?
Better watch out. Those Hazy Boys are in a lot of trouble.
We're in a hazy. We're gonna
a whole heap of trouble.
We're gonna
the Duke boys, you know.
Wow, hold on. Who are we gonna Eiffel Tower now?
The Hazes of Hazard.
Can we get Nick down here?
Hazies of Hazard.
So I'll go first. So I got this Hazy Days, Juicy IPA.
Hazy Boys.
Hazy Boys. Tropical IPA bitterness, aggressive whirlpool hopped, fermented hopped, and dry hopped, brewed with an outrageous amount of Galaxy, Mosaic, Miranda, and El hops to create
Miranda,
See, you can tell they're dirty cops. They don't know the word Miranda, right?
Lee, that was
nice.
Fucking
that was well
as
played.
hell, dude. Yeah, that was.
served cold, responsibly.
Wow.
It like I said, paired with pad thai, tacos, pizza, sausages.
Lee is not getting
Jesus.
Alzheimer's.
A little bit of that smoked Gouda or Gorgonzola, your pungent cheeses.
You taste mango, honey, paprika, pineapple, and lightly sweetened malt character. So that's what the can says. What does the fuzz say? You can
Does
taste
the fuzz say?
Moosehead. This isn't as good as Moosehead.
As good as we said.
I do taste the fruitiness of it. It does have a dry, piney taste at the back. Very easy drinking, very down to earth kind of. Hazy as well. It doesn't. It's been poured for a long time, and it still remains hazy. I guess.
A little bit of haze.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty consistent throughout. How is it for style? I'm gonna give it a 8 for style.
Nice.
And for personal preference, I will give it a 7.
Yeah.
Greg, why is there a random hole in your ceiling? Is there a vent that's missing or something?
Yeah, there's a vent that's missing. It needs the unfortunately it ripped out of the screw, so I need to I don't know, patch it up and then put it back in. And a year later, haven't done it yet because I'm lazy.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's just like what the hell is going on there? Yeah,
that's where that little goblin from Cat's
I'm going to go back.
Drew Barrymore.
Oh man, I remember that I watched that when I was younger, and that creeped the hell out of me.
And I want to point out,
but no, I want to go back and watch like a previous video now, and like I never noticed there was even a vent or anything there. I want to.
He's not here to defend his title, so
pointing at the.
That is so it's so out of focus right now. All I can see is like certificate at the top, and then everything else is blurred.
But what kind of certificate is that, Scott?
Well, let's just pull this right off the wall and see. It says certificate proudly presented to Lady Lee.
Oh, she's on the show.
Yes. Well,
she's on the show.
For being better than Dan.
Oh, well, that's. I'd say it's
is that really a thing that needs to be like? Isn't that just a thing that you by default are better? It's not just.
Well, it's been signed. It's officially been signed.
Yeah.
Max. He didn't sign.
No,
it, so.
He issued. I signed.
Oh, okay. Well, it'd be nice if Nick would take a personal approach and just sign things.
Then he has to. Yes.
You should bring that with you, Scott, and then you can bring it back up signed the next time.
Get it signed by Nick and then bring it back.
Get it signed by me, and I'll bring it back up.
Well, no, come on, don't you guys?
You go up to Mississauga regularly.
Don't you guys have fax machines? Just fax it back and forth. There you go. Just remember fax machines.
I wish Nick would come visit me, although I know Nick won't visit me. I'm too far away.
Like I don't know if you guys anybody like still works, but someone with a fax machine. But at the one arena in town, they still have like the one printer is a fax machine and still is hooked up. And every couple days, some random fax will come through that's like one of just like some stupid spam ad type thing. It's pretty funny.
You know, Redbeard, they have color scanners and color printers, right? Whoa, fancy.
Ooh.
Since when?
This is why you're the IT manager.
You mean there's a better way? As I crush an orange on my head. Remember the Simpsons episode?
I was going to make a racial joke there, but I'm just going to step away from it.
Oh, no, Nick will have you.
Come on. No, come on. That's my birthday request.
Be demonetized once more.
I was just going to remind you, Redbeard, that for many years they're allowed to drink at the same fountain as you. So,
oh, Jesus! All right, moving on.
Nicely done.
Well,
right, let's go to
entire show.
Okay, Greg, what's your beer? How about your beer?
Okay, so my first thought when I had this beer, other than what's a cryo IPA, is this beer kind of tastes old. Even though I bought it from Bench Brewing, so Dan, prepare to laugh because this beer was packaged May 16th, 23. So it's definitely a couple months old. So I guess fuck me for buying Dan's arch nemesis Bench Brewing. It does have a bit of an old taste to it. Otherwise, I mean, it's pretty smooth drinking. I mean, there's no flavor notes. It does say Cryopop hops uses a cryogenic process, giving intense hop flavor that we blended with our bench homegrown Chinook hops. The result is maximum tropical stone fruit and citrus flavor. Maximum all those things. Not one, not two, but all three of them. I would say it would definitely be more along the stone fruit type IPAs. So if you like something that's sort of a little bit on the peachy side, I'd say this is probably for you. I mean, I don't get a ton of citrus flavors. I don't get much tropical either. So I mean, as a cryo IPA, I don't even feel the point in rating this because I think I've had maybe one other cryo IPA in my life. I'm gonna give this a Redbeard rating. How much do I think Redbeard would like this? And I think it'd be something he'd like, but he wouldn't love. I think this would be a solid 6.5 out of 10 for him because it's not hazy enough. It doesn't have enough of that just hops that he likes, the hops that you chew and taste like tropical fruit. And I don't think this would be enough for him. But I do think he would enjoy this, especially if it was probably a little fresher. But I don't think he'd be in love with it. So that's my opinion on Redbeard. And his love with this beer potentially.
It's a platonic
You
relationship.
might wind up liking a Goose Island better than that thing. So you was 6.5.
Goose Island might be an alternative. Well, let's find out because don't we have somebody with Goose Island here?
Oh,
I don't know.
So
I
you
don't know
said-
how. I don't know why
Okay.
or how I'm drinking so many beers. I'm already in my third beer of this fucking hangout. I'm on the haze. I'm on the haze moment.
All right, so Greg, you said 6.5. That was your overall enjoyment.
I just
score,
give it a
right? What was your-
6.5 overall. I mean, if I can't rate this as a crowd. If you want me to rate this as an IPA, it's I don't know. It's like a 6.5. Like it's nothing.
6.5s all around. You're just
Yeah, it's on the cusp of good, but I can't really go any further than that. Maybe if it was fresher, but they probably shouldn't be selling me beers at their brewery that are 3 months old. But what do I know?
Yeah, that is some horse shit that you bought that at the brewery and it's that old. That's
At least I bought mine at the LCBO.
Cheap either. It was like $4 for the can. So fuck bench. I'm now hashtag Team Dan.
yeah. Wow.
Wow. All right, so I'm gonna swap out Jamie Terrio and put in Marcin. And Marcin, your beer. What you think of it?
Which one?
The Goose Island you were drinking.
Oh shit! I already switched.
Rate them both. What are you drinking now then?
Well, right now I'm drinking Southern Barrel Brewing, the Damn Yankee IPA.
Oh.
Okay.
It looks like carry on it.
Wow, that's me if I shaved. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's also a hazy, but
Well, okay, go with my memory.
it's good. I I am a hazy fan, so I mean but to me they all kind of taste the same. I mean I'm not a
When the haze craze first started, there was all these times where like, oh my god, or like, yeah, oh my god. But you're right. Now they've really kind of it's all just blurred
All
together.
blended
It is. To me, they kind of
Yeah.
all taste the same right now.
They're good.
This one really doesn't. It's literally tastes almost as much as the Damn Yankee. I mean, I don't know. It's just kind of all the same, but it's good because I do love my haze beer. I mean, it is what it is. So
Yeah, like it's kind of rare these days to come across one that blows your mind because yeah, there's so many that are so good across the board, but yeah, to come across one that's like, oh my god, this is so much better. Yeah, it's hard to do these days because they're all doing such a good job, almost kind of thing.
Yep. So yeah, that's my spiel on those. It's
All right.
It's good.
So-
6.8. So you can't really drink too many of those, I guess. But this can
What would
is
you rate
almost
it?
one.
Nice.
Yeah, this can's almost 20 ounces. So I figure if you drink, about
Jesus.
6 or 7 of these, you'll be pretty happy.
That sounds pretty good size. Like good for a big, like a giant can of that shit. That's like
Yeah, that was like $3 or
Nice.
5 for 2.
Wow,
Can't argue with it, I
that's
guess.
a really good deal too. I'd like to try that one.
all right.
So-
So what would you give that thing for a rating at least, like out of 10?
Out of 10, this one, I give it an 8.
Nice. Like 8 for style, 8 for overall.
Come again?
8 for the style, 8 for overall enjoyment.
Yeah. This Damn Yankee, that's one of my favorites, so that's a 9. But yeah, this one, yeah, for sure, it's an 8. Yeah.
Nice. All right. All right. Thanks, Marson.
Yes, sir.
I love how almost everybody here tonight brought more than one beer. It's fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I
Well,
got this sitting here. I could drink that.
That needs
too.
to happen more often and on the bring your own beer things. Like
we
yeah,
just
bring a
had a
couple.
few of those in the pool.
Why not?
All right. So, my turn. And I didn't even give my history with this beer because things were so crazy. But yeah, like this is my second time having this. I had bought 2 cans of it. Just came out in July. In fact, my can was canned on less than a month ago, July 6th.
Nice.
Yeah, anyway, so this is like super fresh, still super fucking smooth drinking. Like even after having it, I think this can's been in my fridge for like 2 weeks now, but it's held up beautifully. It's still got this nice friggin' like smooth, juicy flavor. You get like a lot. It's loaded with peach in like being a fruited IPA. It's kind of loaded with peach. It's more of a sour peach, but a real peach too. It's not like that candied peach or a fake like peach kind of flavoring. It actually tastes like they used real peach puree, and it kind of shows because I don't think it's not just hoppy hazy, but it's also probably like peach puree hazy as well. What I do say about this one is, as far as a fruited hazy kind of beer, fuck, this is smooth. Like this has got to be the smoothest friggin' tasting like fruited IPA that I've had, or fruited pale ale I've had in a long time. I'm really friggin' enjoying this one here, and I wish I could get my hands on more. So it's got this nice, like lightly puckering sour, like bitterness as far on top of that blends in with like what would I describe, like a grapefruit citrus hop, like a pink grapefruit citrus hop. It's not super sweet. Blends well with the peach character in it, and the peach character isn't overpowering, nor is it not present, and no real discernible off flavors in this one as well. Even when it warms up like this, I found this thing velvety smooth.
Velvety smooth.
I am really impressed with this one, and I'm really enjoying it. It's 9s across the board for me. 9 for style, 9 for overall. I love this.
Nice.
Like I'm not crazy usually about peach beers, but this just it just strokes that one. Yeah.
Strokes.
Oh yeah. Oh.
That's what he said.
Wow. All right. So I need somebody to read the comments while they'll get cleaned up.
I can do comments.
No, but
Redbeard's gonna do comments.
Talking about like the juicy, like in Michigan, it was the Old Nation M43. That was my first juicy ever, and they're to me that's my favorite juicy ever. Nobody has ever replicated it, but so.
That one was really super nice. It had a nice little vegetal burn to it.
Yeah, that's the OG, as they call it. Yeah.
Yeah, I had an opportunity to try that in 2019 when somebody gave me a can of it, Average Joe. That and Boss Tweed.
Yes, that's even
I think I had Boss Tweed possibly. That was really good.
Yeah, they got some good stuff. If somebody's in Michigan and wants. If you go to Williamston, Michigan, which is right by Lansing, stop by their brewery. They got some good stuff over there.
All right, so Gary, read the comments.
All right, I want to say last one Red was there. So Sam Smalley coming in saying, "Good day, peeps." Good day, Sam.
Good day, Sam.
Jimmy C coming in saying, "Meowed Choina."
What?
I'm assuming that's some kind of other language or something. Justin asking if the puck bunnies are lining up. No, because I'm a Zamboni driver, not a hockey player. And then Marson, thank you very much for that birthday. Sam giving a thumbs up to Jimmy. And doesn't care what lady's drinking, but what is she wearing? Looks interesting. Yeah, we've there's been it's a dress with some stuff on it.
It's a dominatrix outfit. Let's just see.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, listen, I was curious. You know, I mean, a guy can be curious, right? I mean,
it's kind of
I
like
don't know. What's wrong with
Zodiac
that?
ish. Like it looks. I like it. It's kind of cool.
It's
And then when we're talking about the Phantasm, Phantasm and Rawaka are both New
I can't
Zealand.
turn around all the way.
Grapeskin Dust elevates aroma and flavor. Favorite breweries, garage projects sort of started it. And New Zealand hop. As craft beer drinkers, we're definitely spoiled for choice these days. I've been drinking a lot more traditional styles of late.
Same here.
I've been kind of drinking a lot of lagers lately, especially Moosehead.
I don't know
And
if I
not
like
because of
that.
Scott. Not
know if
because
I
of
like that.
Scott.
I don't know if I like your spelling of spoiled. That's weird.
Just calm down.
And then
But
Ablito, what's up, Sam? What are you drinking? Just chilling, eating breakfast before I start work. Long weekend coming up. Bring on the beers. Nice cheers, bud. And then a random Dan appears saying, "Sounds good." I guess for a sour beer. Nick's not having a sour beer. It's a fruited pale ale.
Fruited pale ale.
Wow.
Yeah, but guess what, Dan? Your fucking attitude's making everything sour. So
Right.
Shots fired.
And those were the comments.
Okay, I'm gonna bring Jamie back.
Has it been answered who Sam Smiley is, or have I not been paying attention?
Sam Smalley, I assume, I think he's one of the
Hi,
British
Jamie.
dudes, one of the British beer guys.
All right.
If I'm not mistaken.
I'm just wondering. I thought he might be
Pop
one of
Mercer there for a sec.
thought he might be one of Lady Lee's or Carrie's friends. It seems to be
No, I'm not aware of who that is.
All right. Well, I guess what we could do is we could just start wrapping this up and go to Discord. But
Hey, Nick.
What's Scott?
What's next week's beer?
You're in the chat. Somebody has to exit. Oh, yeah. Okay, so yeah, we'll answer that in a second if we have a real answer for it. But let's go over to Redbeard again and ask him of all the beers you had here tonight, which one would you rather have had? What is the pick of the litter for you?
You know what? I'm gonna put a bit of a caveat on this. It's gonna be ones that I don't have access to. Because the beer Lady Lee's drinking, I definitely want to try that one. I'm going to grab one tomorrow. But as far as ones I can't get my hands on, up until your description, Nick, I was honestly just like, what the fuck? I said bring like a double dry hop. You bring up a fruit pale ale? What the fuck's wrong with you? But you know what?
Fuck you, Nick.
You know what? Actual good peach flavor in a beer, or just kind of in any drink, is maybe not any drink, obviously. Like, you wouldn't want it in
Obviously.
Chocolate milk or something. Yeah.
Yeah, although that
You only want to mix ketchup with chocolate milk.
might work. Anyway, no, Nick, I would love to try your beer. And you know what? I'm also just gonna. Why not?
It makes a good.
It's my fucking birthday show. Why not? Yeah, that's a 1, 2, 3. Second place, Lee. That
Next phase?
Yes, that one there. Number 2.
No,
And then
no, she's in a grumpy mood right now.
I actually give Jamie, even though it's not a hazy, it actually is something I think I'd really like to try.
When I leave.
That stone fruit double one. Yeah.
And I suppose, like this is your birthday episode, so you're the one that actually picks the winners here, right? So.
Yeah. But again, Nick,
not just because it's me you picked.
Number 1? Yeah,
I'll try.
And again, like when you first introduced your beer, I was in my head, but I even said something like, "What the fuck you brought
You're like, what the fuck?
Fruited pale ale to my double dry hop super hazy fucking bring your own beer thing." But you know what? Your description, it sounds really good. So
He really spoke to you, right? He reached out. He really touched you right in the heart.
He touched me in the empty spot where my soul would be if I wasn't soulless. He filled my the soulless void within me.
Okay, so we got Gary's. I'm gonna write down like the Carrie pick of the episode is me, followed by Lee, and then by Jamie. So, all right, so let's move along to the votes. On the other hand, and see what the consensus says. And just for fun, let's go to Lady Lee and say the same thing. So, what of all the beers here you heard tonight, which one would you have rather have had?
I'm a whore for peaches, so Nick.
Ooh.
God
Nice
damn.
Oh, man.
peaches. Yeah, you're gonna whore for
Peach
me.
too.
Do you like peaches for free?
Oh,
Millions of peaches.
Come from a can.
only
They
if
were
it's
put
really
there
good.
by a man in a factory downtown.
Hey, whoa, look out! There's ninjas. Oh my
If I
god!
had my little way, I'd eat peaches every
Peaches
day.
every day.
30 years later, still an awesome song.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right.
All
I
I
love
can
peaches.
say is next Christmas piss up Nick. If you want to get lucky, wear your peach bikini.
You know what? The best president song, even though it wasn't written by them,
That
is
peach flavored
Weird Al's
cod
version
piece.
of Gump. Is
Oh, yeah,
Peach flavored cod piece. All right. Let's Jesus. All right. Thank you, Lady Lee. Let's move on to Mr. Lee.
I just want to say for the record that Lady Lee's vote should be discounted because she walked away from her fucking computer when I was reviewing my beer. So fuck you.
The rules are rules.
Yeah. But as far as like my vote goes, it goes for Jamie's beer because it sounds the least like what this topic is about. So it sounds like a beer I'd actually like.
Oh, you bastard! You bastard!
All right. Thank you, Leo.
These are bad. You guys, both me and Lady Lee, both of us. You attacked both of us just now. You son of your parents.
It's almost like he hates people from North Bay.
Oh, damn it! I was going to
It's
get.
not like it's your birthday today.
I'm sorry.
All right.
I apologize, Scott. Would you like to say that you're the guest?
Okay, ready? It's almost like Lee hates people from North Bay.
Yay!
High five!
Yeah.
Congratulations. You two are really hitting it off, man.
Not the first high five.
There's going to be some kind of is it an Eiffel Tower? The Eiffel Tower. It's
Great
called
Tower.
High
Agnes
five?
Tower. All right.
Well, here's the top.
Jamie.
Scott. Yeah.
Hi, Jamie.
It's Jace Westcott.
Jace
Oh, hi,
Westcott.
Jace.
Okay.
Jason.
How of all the beers you heard here tonight, which one would
Well,
you have rather have had?
Can I give you a little bit of an update here?
Absolutely.
Yes, sure.
Please.
All right. So I cracked into this one next, the double IPA. Now
It looks
I was
more
told
hazy
that
for sure.
the three IPAs that I had up, I was told that they were a series. I don't actually think that's true. These two though, definitely, it's like they're the same beer, same process and everything, just the hops are different. And I actually prefer the stone fruit. It has, there's a bit more of that bitter finish to it, where this one, it's just the same thing. It's just a one-note beer, but it's also a very smooth finish. So it's just, both these beers are just very, you could like slam them back. And that's not my kind of beer. I actually like a little bit of a punch, and this one has it at the end. But both of them, I probably wouldn't buy them again. Not really my type of beer. But in, I guess the beer that I would pick, I guess it's kind of a four-way, not a tie, but the four top beers. Redbeard, I should probably pick his because it's his birthday, but it's not his birthday today, so fuck him.
Well played.
And
You can come by and fuck me tomorrow too if you want to.
yeah. But no, his beer sounded great. I would obviously try that one. Nick, the hop for teacher, great name for a beer. Van Halen throwback. Amazing song. The bitter citrus, like it sounded really good. Lee, same thing. The orange, like the leaning towards the bitter part of the orange. That sounded good. But my winner is actually Le. I'm gonna pick hers, and it's a hard pick because it has lactose in it, and usually just hearing lactose, I'd be just, no thanks. But the way you described it and what it said on the can, it sounds like, unlike this kind of beer where it's just a fucking one note, boring beer, it has that pine to it that you said you think you could find on top of everything else. That's the kind of beer that I want, especially when I'm doing a BA101, where I'm actually, you're not just, this is one note beer. You chug it back and you don't care how it tastes. But when you're actually sitting back and trying to get all those flavors, I want a little bit of everything. And obviously anything with pine gets my vote. So gets the vote.
You like that? Oil pine is delicious.
I got one vote.
My other beer had pine in it. Just saying.
Leah's like,
And I did get that you said that, but you're not wearing a dress. But
Oh well, I'll know for next time.
next time, there's always next time.
I will like send like money to Lee to get Lee in a dress to happen. I think it would just be fucking glorious.
I think it'd be hot.
He does have those dancer's legs.
Would it be?
Well, yeah, he's got to like you got to at least like a third of the Napoleon Dynamite dance in a dress. Let's do the whole thing. It's just like whatever third you want, the beginning, middle, and I don't care. A third of that in a dress would be just.
I want the top third.
I've never seen that movie, but it sounds sexy.
You've
Well,
never seen You've never seen Napoleon Dynamite, Greg? Really?
Never.
Have to do that for a movie night, I guess.
I feel like you'd enjoy it. It's a comedy, but it's a very unique comedy kind of.
I got around to it.
Yeah,
Well,
but here's the thing. Like, if I ever get destitute enough that I got to start wearing dresses for money, I'll do it for you guys first.
Right.
But
Indiana.
Hey, man's got to eat.
Surprising.
Anyways, happy birthday.
Man's
Rick.
gonna eat.
Thanks, Jamie.
Man's
Thanks,
gonna
Jay.
eat,
Thanks,
Mr.
Jay.
Leahy.
I mean,
I love you,
Man's gonna
Jace.
eat, Mr. Leahy. Jesus. All right, so thank you.
You're gonna eat
Jamie.
Mr. Leahy? Isn't his corpse like rotted by now?
Well, I was trying to say something, but somebody kept talking. All right, so let's go over to Greg.
it's his birthday, Nick. Let him do it.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I never mean to. God damn it! I'm sorry.
But you do anyway.
All right, Greg.
Wow.
Scott.
I just said
Wow.
unintentionally.
Hey,
like-
Mr. Fuzz, whose beer would you like to try the most?
I
beer?
would like to try Lady Lee's peach beer. I want to try Lady Lee's peach.
Nick is the one with the peach beer.
Lady Lee's was a peach beer.
You don't want to try Nick's peach?
No, because I can get that. I already had it.
Oh,
He's already tasted my peach there.
oh well,
last
I
week.
mean, how was
Nick was the only one who described his beer as being peachy. So
I'll take the vote.
All right, I'm gonna try Lady Lee's. The description of Lady Lee's was pretty good.
Very
I just don't remember it, but it was all.
I wanted to make the peach joke.
He wants to taste my peach.
Scott has failed so hard right now. It's great.
Anyway, no, the description of Lady Lee's beer was actually quite good. Would it
Was
be
it? Well, recollect that right now for us, if you don't mind.
what?
What was her description of her
I
beer? that
can't
was so
remember
good?
my description, and I thought it was good.
I'm just being a dick. I'm sorry. I love you, Scott.
It's okay. Yeah, so I would try Lady Lee's. I mean, Nick's was really good. I had it just last week. Redbeard's and I can't remember Jamie's nickname.
Jamie has like 18 different beers.
Yeah, I know. None of Jamie's
Two.
really,
There's two. Literally two.
literally two.
And
What,
Mark's got his Goose Island.
number two?
yeah, I had Goose Island before. So,
Because I'm wearing a dress.
I'd want to try Lady Lee's.
All right. Okay, Greg, your turn.
I'm gonna since Scott
Which beer did you hear tonight that you would sell all
since
your
Scott,
shoes
since
for?
Scott has basically sucked up all the sexual harassment in the room.
It's only because I'm here with you.
Yeah, so I mean, to be honest, I want to try Marston's, and the reason being is that I'm always generally impressed with U.S. beers. They always tend to be a little bit better than Canadian beers.
What?
Yeah, they do, except for Moosehead. Moosehead is the lone exception. So that's why I want to go Marston's beer because Marston brought me like fucking 20 beers from South Carolina, and they're all fucking.
See Scott slip Greg like $20 for that influence thing right there.
There we go. They're
Here. I brought beers.
You
Sponsored
did. You did.
sponsored
Your
by
beer is
Moosehead
amazing,
here.
but I find U.S. beer to be a little bit more interesting than Canadian beer. I think Canadian, especially when it comes to like stuff like hazy IPAs and stuff. So I mean, I don't know. His beer might be good. It might not be, but I think it's probably more interesting than typically what you can get at the LCBO.
All right.
All right.
But I would also like to try Lady Lee's Peach. I just want that on the
No,
record.
excellent.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna take Jason for a second and add Marcin in so we can ask him. Hey Marcin, of all the beers here you heard tonight, which one would you like to have tried?
Who had the peaches?
Ah,
Nick had the peaches.
I had the peach beer.
no. He asked who had the peaches.
Peach beer. That's
No, that's Nick.
Nick. There we go.
All right.
I do like that one. And a fun fact: everybody says Georgia is a peach state, which is wrong. South Carolina is. We actually produce the most peaches everywhere. Anywhere.
Really?
It is, yeah. Which is
Yeah,
kind of
like-
weird, right?
Well, even like I remember watching like The Walking Dead was a show that you'd watch at the end. It would always have that Georgia,
Yeah, which is
and then
bullshit.
with the peach icon.
Yeah, which is bullshit. It's actually South Carolina, but
I had no idea. Cool.
yeah. But yeah, that's my vote. And I got a Kona Brewing Company out of Hawaii, big wave. You know, I'm just 25 ounces.
Oh, Kona. Yeah, I had that years ago. That was a
You
good
just drinking it straight out of the can like a monster.
Wait.
I like it.
like a mass. You can buy that locally now.
That
buy
can,
that
how big? That can is fucking huge.
Oh, it's a can.
25 ounces, baby.
Can we ask
That was $2.99.
Like
No,
you're one can size away from just drinking a crowler like a can.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'll probably get. But
I've never seen anyone do that actually. Like I want to buy next time I buy a crowler, I'm just gonna just drink it like a giant can of beer. That'd be funny.
Marcin. I had that out of the Kona brewery when I went to Hawaii.
Who said Marcel? Fuck you. I hate it.
yeah, it's Big Wave Golden Ale. It's not too bad.
It's
not my favorite, but yeah, it's not too bad.
I had it fresh from the brewery.
Hey, here's a fun fact the Portuguese lady at my work taught me. That Kona essentially means the C word in Portuguese. So in Portugal, they couldn't sell the Hyundai Kona. They had to rename it something else because otherwise you're just driving around in a cunt.
Hyundai cunt?
No.
Yeah, kind of what the Chevy Nova thing was at some point or something like that. Didn't Nova meant in some language it won't go or something?
Yeah, but I wouldn't mind Chevy Nova from 1969. Shoot.
Well, no, they were actually really cool cars, but yeah, they failed. I want to say in South America or something, because in whatever language, Nova means it won't go, which is kind of funny.
Well, that's no bueno.
Like every Tuesday or something here in North Bay, there's like a classic car meet thing that happens at this one location here in town, and there is a really cool number of cool cars that people have in this city. If you like,
Yeah, well,
that kind of thing it's pretty cool.
It's the funny thing is because I'm from Michigan, right? So we use salt just like you guys do up north.
Yeah.
And here they don't use salt because there's really no winters. And there's like a lot of people do not buy new cars here. Everybody drives their old stuff because it just does not.
Well, yeah, it doesn't.
Right?
It lasts so much longer.
Yeah, it's amazing how a car from 1995 or whatever. If you take care of it, it still lasts you because it doesn't go back to Mother Nature.
I just got myself a new car and I am undercoating the hell out of it come wintertime and stuff. Like, yeah, I'm going to do everything I can to stop the rust because I'm taking care of this thing.
And you have to because up north, that's a thing, I mean,
yeah, like there are other products they've been experimenting with aside from salt, but salt has just kind of been around. It's the most cost effective, I want to say.
Yeah, I think I heard like beet juice with salt and all that other stuff. Yeah.
Or just like straight up sand or whatever.
No, it's sand is like salt actually only works
Beer.
up to a certain temperature.
Beer.
But
Yeah, let's
yeah,
discuss
sorry,
this with
sorry.
the post hangout.
Arnold.
But yeah, that's my thing on that beer. So, sorry to hijack it.
No, it's all good, man. It's all good.
I had Kona a few times in Vegas.
muted, Nick.
It's a good beer. Oh, hello, Nick.
That's funny. Everybody else was yelling to continue on here because even while I was muted. That's funny because I thought I was yelling and people were listening to me. Okay, so my thought is, my vote's going to go to Lady Lee's just because that one actually sounded the most interesting. It's all right, Lee. Yours is really close, but I just thought that
fuck
IPA.
you.
And I kind of wish I had voted for Lee,
hostile.
Mr. Lee, because now we have a two-way tie between mine.
But, oh no,
beer.
it's trumped anyway because it's Carrie's birthday.
Carrie's birthday, and Carrie picks
And he
the
voted
winner?
for me. He voted for you. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you.
I
win.
was gonna. Toss
Well,
the final
since
vote
I'm
at
new,
the
I'm
end, but-
voting for Nick anyhow. So yeah, Nick wins. Thank you.
Go fuck yourself.
And fuck you, Nick.
I just might do that.
No.
Yeah, Carrie trumps the vote. So
Stick your own dick up your bum.
Hey, if I could do that, that'd be awesome.
So-
even if I didn't trump the vote, it was like, wasn't it really
Nick,
close
anyway,
at
he
least?
was
Yeah.
saying what the
So
group
Okay.
was. And
yeah.
I just did it that way anyway. So he double wins.
Hey, I'll bleed around. You better put me back in, Nick. This could go on for months. You're not wrong. All right, let's I gotta take
Try to
Marcin
pour
out.
a beer here,
We'll-
buddy.
we'll-
Arnold.
Jamie back in. But
thanks.
Scott.
Thanks, Nick. Thanks for putting me
You're
back in.
Jamie.
I was getting
Okay.
sick of everybody voting for Lee's peach beer that didn't have peaches in it, and meanwhile mine says fucking stone fruit right on the label. Fuck you guys.
Yeah, exactly. Right?
All right, so everybody wanted a piece of Lady Lee's peach. So let's
Jamie,
go-
Jamie, your beer was like the by far and away the least hazy of all of them.
True.
So Beers for Days asked the question about next week's beers. I don't have a can of next week's beer on hand, but because Lady Lee is around next week, we've decided we're going to do a re-analysis of Facts 10%.
What?
What?
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
What?
I don't know why. It just sounds like, okay, we're going to do the liquor challenge, basically.
What are we doing next week?
We're doing Facts 10?
We're going to do
What a-
Facts 10 next week.
Oh yeah, because Lady Lee is gonna do. Isn't
A
like
reanalysis of Facts
Why?
Oh my
Why?
God. Why?
Greg and I,
Why?
Greg and I are gonna do Crest and Facts to compare them side by side.
What
Yeah,
did I
Get
say?
super
What-
fucking
did I
drunk.
did I say something? I did, didn't I, about being available kind of for all of them until next. Oh,
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Birthday to you.
So Greg and I are gonna have our fight because I said the Crest is better, he says the Facts better. So we're both each gonna have one on the night.
Yeah, so Carrie, get ready to actually feel your age next week.
There you go.
So, Nick, are you picking up a Facts 10 from the liquor store?
I'm going to.
Pick
Why?
up 2.
Why, you didn't join next week, there, Scott?
I will try to join next week.
Lady Lee, like, is that a? Where would I buy that at the liquor store? Is that-
No.
In the
So
malt liquor section.
Mm.
the beer
In the
store
99-cent bin.
Okay, the beer store. Okay.
and beer store and Castles have Facts 10%. The beer store on Castles has both Facts and Crest. If you want to do both.
Yeah,
No.
And if you don't want to be seen in there buying them, just stand outside the liquor store like about 10 o'clock in the morning with a $20 bill, and when someone comes out with a can of that, just give them the $20. They'll hand you the can. They'll go back in and buy like 2 or 3 for themselves.
2 or 3.
Just ask the
No,
most disheveled guy coming out of the liquor store with a can in his hand and give him $20. and he'll
Depending
go back
on
home.
depending on the alcohol establishment in this town, whenever I buy weird shit like that, it'd be like, "What are you doing?" And I'm almost like, beer analysis thing. Beer analysis thing on. Yeah, well, yeah, like a few of them that they know kind of what I drink, and like
so the
the
problem.
when I buy something like, you know, a Fax or a Colt 45, like the comment right there, or anything like that, they're like, what's going on, dude? You okay? And I'm like, no, I'm doing some stupid fucking
not Colt 45.
You don't look homeless. That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the question. I don't know if Marson. I don't know if this is a beer that they have in the States.
We can get Colt 45.
Yeah, we should do a re-review of Colt 45. We have done it.
Just whole bear August, I guess, is what's happening now.
I'm ready.
Yeah, like Marson, it's this one. I know you're in the background watching, but it's this black Fax can of Danish lager. You haven't seen it. All right. I think on that note, though, we're not that popular, Redbeard, according to Dan. Dan's trying to be negative. Look at this.
You know what? Dan tries to say that. Dan, spell your right. Jesus Christ.
I knew that was coming. I mean,
right.
we do have a you know a sort of motto here at BA101. So I'll just play that for everyone right now.
Kill everyone now. Condone first-degree murder. Advocate cannibalism. Eat shit. Filth are my politics. Filth is my life. Take whatever you like.
There you go.
Wow, I've never heard our motto before, but I like it. I like our motto.
And well, what's our theme word? Penis.
Come on, Redbeard.
Chris Peters killed those women.
That was the best penis